Hi, I'm Jodé Sarmi, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 7 best exercises for women. The reason that we are concentrating on just exercises for women is because women, as we age, have different issues come up. One of them is just weight gain from hormone shifting, and the other is bone loss, osteoporosis with aging, also related to hormones. And then we also have athletic women who end up injuring themselves chronically in certain areas, one of them being the knee, the other being the ankle. So the exercises we're going to be focusing on today are quads, quad strengthening exercises, ankle stabilizing exercises, stomach and core exercises to support lower back, and then the butt, which is pretty much every woman's concern as far as aesthetics goes, but it also helps with supporting the core and keeping strength in your legs. So let's get started with our quads. There are a variety of quad extension exercises, quad strengthening exercises involving extension. I'm going to start with a supported squat on the machine here. You attach your squat stand to the bottom of the machine. You lay back, bring your feet to still supported on the squat stand, but your toes are probably going to stick off so that when you do a squat here, your knees are bending and your ankles and knees are trying to be in good alignment. So I don't want you to go with your heels off the squat stand and your knees completely over the toes. So just a good squat, contract your core, bend your knees, support your head and shoulders and neck, and do as many reps as you can. Usually 3 sets. So that's a supported squat. You can also do squats unsupported on the ground. This involves your full body weight working against gravity all the way down, all the way up. So when you squat, you got to stick your butt out, weights in your heels, knees and ankles are in alignment. Big inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale. It's strengthening the quads right here. The last way to do a squat is a supported squat on a chair. So grab a chair. Stand in front of the chair, about a foot ahead of the chair, feet hip distance apart. You bend your knees until your bottom touches the edge of the chair, and then you come up. So this is a partially supported squat because you can sit in the middle of the exercise slightly, right there. So those are the variations for squats. The next exercise I want to show you are leg extensions. Supported leg extensions again, with the squat stand in place. Go ahead and sit down on the machine, push yourself up, lay back, contract your center, bring your knee up to hip height, and then extend the leg. You can flex the toes or point the toes, it really doesn't matter, but what you're doing is you're engaging that quadriceps muscle. It crosses the hip and the knee. So that's a leg extension supported. Let me show you leg extension unsupported. It's just a kick. In kickboxing, we do these all the time. You lift your knee up, you extend the leg, you bring it in, you bring it down. Do both sides. Do as many reps as you can, either supported or unsupported for your quadriceps strengthening. Moving on to ankle stabilization. Supported ankle stabilization exercises are heel raises on the machine. Again, with the squat stand in place, bring your feet to the edge of the squat stand. Heels are hanging off the side here, the edge here. Lay back, contract your core, press through the ball of the foot and raise the heel up. And bring it down. Inhale and exhale on the push. And that's your heel raise to stabilize your ankles. If you want to make it a little more difficult and involve the core for balance, go ahead and stand on the floor, contract your center, and raise your heels up off the floor. You can do these with both feet on the floor. You can do them with one foot on the floor. When you do one foot, it involves a lot more balance, right there, to work those ankle tendons and muscles that support the ankle. The last variation for the heel raises is a walking heel raise. So go ahead and stand up on the balls of your feet and walk forward and backwards. You can walk a long distance or a short distance depending on how much room you have to exercise in, but this really does work the calves. You can go in circles if you like, working the legs a little more. Just up to you, whatever you like to do. Moving on to the stomach exercises, or the core exercises, go ahead and remove your squat stand and place the height of your glide board a little higher than normal to really challenge your center. Don't forget to put your safety pin in. We'll start off with our planks. The plank can be supported here on your hands or on your elbows. And all you're doing is just holding a plank. You count down 30 seconds to a minute. You can do it with one foot in the air, both feet on the floor. You can alternate the feet like so, getting a little bit of butt work in there. But the plank is a plank right here. You can also do planks on the floor, on your knees, like so. So planks on the floor on your knees are a supported plank. It's still challenging your core, but not as much as if you were on the glide board. For the next stomach exercise, you're going to be doing crunches. You're going to probably like to use the wing attachment. So go ahead and put your wing attachment on, raise the glide board up to a height that's challenging for you. Move the glide board up the rails, hook your feet in to the wing attachment, and sit back until your head is comfortably resting on the glide board. From here, you're just going to take your knees to a slightly bent position so it keeps a contraction in your core, and you're just going to do a simple crunch. Exhale on the way up, inhale on the way down. You do twists to challenge your center obliques. Remember to roll slightly to the side and forward. Slightly to the side and forward to really engage the entire center. And then for a crunch, just right here. Straight up. And for a crunch, you go straight up, straight down, engaging your rectus abdominis. For the buttocks exercises, we're going to start with hamstring curls. You're going to need the wing attachment attached to the machine. Slide the glide board up the rails. Make sure that the height of the glide board is challenging for you. Straddle the glide board, holding onto the machine, and then hook your feet under. Now, you're sitting up nice and tall, and you're just going to let your legs extend straight. Engage your core. Now bend your knees, and that engages your hamstrings. You're doing a curl of the leg back. So squeeze the hamstrings and slide up and down the rails. You might even feel that your quads are engaged because you're in a flexed position. If you do not want to engage your quads, go ahead and lay down, and then you can do a hamstring curl without the quads being involved as much. So just sliding yourself up the rails and down the rails by squeezing your calf towards your thigh. Continuing with the butt exercises, go ahead and put your squat stand back on the machine and lay down on your side. To engage the glutes, you're going to be kicking to the back side. Stack your hips one on top of the other. Bring your knee up in front of your body and then push to the back. Flex the knee up and then extend the knee back. You're engaging the entire gluteus maximus right here, doing back kicks. To do a side kick, again, bring your knee up, but take your legs straight out to the side. So lifting the knee to the front of your body and then pushing out to the side. Keep the ankle flexed, keep the hips stacked, keep your head resting comfortably on your arm. Again, it's a kick up and out. So, an unsupported side kick, you've got to stand up, balance on one leg, bend the standing leg and turn it slightly out. Bring the leg off the floor, bring your knee up to your hip height again, and then just balance and push. You're using a lot more core here, but you're also doing that side push kick, engaging your buttocks. For the back push kick, using the entire gluteus maximus, stand your leg straight underneath your hip, bend knee or straight knee, really doesn't matter, but bend the knee you're working right to about your hip height again. Push back with a flexed ankle. Inhale, exhale. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine. You can hold on to your standing leg. That helps give you a little bit more support also. Hi, I'm Jodie Sarmi, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 7 best exercises for women. The reason that we are concentrating on just exercises for women is because women, as we age, have different issues come up. One of them is just weight gain from hormone shifting, and the other is bone loss, osteoporosis with aging, also related to hormones. And then we also have athletic women who end up injuring themselves chronically in certain areas, one of them being the knee, the other being the ankle. So the exercises we're going to be focusing on today are quads, quad strengthening exercises, ankle stabilizing exercises, stomach and core exercises